name is Chammas, I'm your astrologer. Today I will talk about Thursday, the 16th of October. Today the moon is in Leo for the second consecutive day, or maybe the third consecutive day. The moon will stay in Leo till 6 p.m. Universal Time. If you're watching me from the Americas, the moon will move from, or will stay in Leo till around maybe mid-morning, around noon, and then it will move to Virgo. So basically the moon will stay in Leo till 6 p.m. Universal Time. After that it moves to Virgo, which makes maybe the day most probably mostly a nice day for the fire signs. I talked about this yesterday, and if you're watching me from the Americas, the moon will be very favorable for the earth signs. We're talking about here, talking about Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So it depends where you're watching me from, but basically you have to take this into consideration. Also, you should know that the moon on Friday will be in Virgo most of the time. So anyway, let's hear it for all signs in detail. Aries, the moon in Leo is your best bet. That's the best time for you, the best timing for you to get things done, to round things around, fine-tune things and get things done, finalize, wrap things up, as I said, talk to people and try to find solutions. The moon in Virgo will be quite energetic, too energetic for you, and maybe will keep you a lot busy. As for Taurus, of course, the moon in Virgo is your best bet. It's the easiest part of the day. So maybe it's too late for you, 6 p.m. Universal Time, or maybe you can catch a big part of the day with the moon in Virgo if you're in the Americas. In all cases, that's the best time, because the moon in Leo squares your sign and may actually upset you at a certain moment, maybe not, but actually it squares your sign, and there can be some kind of turbulence, let's say. As for Gemini, definitely you should make your best. You should wake up early to make that call, to send that email, to get early to work. That's because you will be energetic and you will be quite favorable, astrologically speaking. When the moon moves to Virgo, when you come back home, when you're at home, you may feel a little bit restless, but it will not be a negative day. It was just be like a busy afternoon, a busy evening, and please plan your time accordingly. As for Cancer, I love this beautiful day, whether the moon is in Leo or the moon in Virgo. This should be a very beautiful, very fine, beautiful day. You can get things done. You can actually wrap things up, finalize issues, and you'll be happy doing what you want to do. It doesn't matter where you're living. I think you can be very productive and very efficient today. As for Leo, of course, with the moon in your sign and then the moon moving to Virgo, things are fine, things are okay. And actually more than okay, they should be excellent, they should be superb, depending on your activities, depending on what you have. Maybe you're just on a vacation, you have nothing to do. In all cases, it will be a very productive, very helpful, and very rewarding day. Maybe there is something new that you introduce to your life that would be great. Not necessarily something big, but most probably it depends on your activities. If you have something big waiting online, probably you'll get some great big news. Virgo, so everything will stay online until the moon reaches your sign. That would be 6 p.m. Universal Time. At that moment, everything moves quite beautifully. You will be quite satisfied. Things will look differently. You will be happier, and you wouldn't care that much for any negative issue that you lived through or happened to you in the past 2 days. In all cases, the moon in your sign will change everything 180 degrees to your sign, to you. But in the meantime, you need to refrain. Okay, that's the word. You need to refrain from creating a snowball during the day. You don't want to ruin the beautiful effects of the moon in your sign later on. Libra, so the effects of the moon in Leo are very vibrant, very energizing, inspiring, and quite innovating, But when the moon moves to Virgo, everything slows down, and this is when you feel like, what happens, like you're sitting somewhere and there's a blackout, you know. So what you have to do is wrap things up. This is when you're wrapping up a full cycle of a lunar month, which is of 4 weeks, and then you will be ready for another cycle that will be on Sunday. Okay, that will be on Sunday. So you will have kind of like 2 days of feeling down or feeling something like, oh, what's happening? Everything's is stagnant, not moving. So try to wrap the whole week up before 6 p.m. Universal Time. As for Scorpio, so the moon in Leo, I know is a bit exhausting or tiring, along with in combination with the sun in Libra, quite ungrateful. Things get better, things get friendlier when the moon moves to Virgo. Believe me, you would need that. You would need to wait, meaning that Friday should be easier. Okay, so in the meantime, you just need to stay calm, stay positive as much as possible, do whatever you have to do your job, and be happy. Try to be happy, show that you're happy, and don't look for trouble. Especially if you were born between the 7th and the 9th of November, that's planet Mars that can actually activate some problems, okay? You don't want that. Moving to Sagittarius, I love the effects of the moon in Leo and in trine with Neptune in Aries. A grand trine with your sign lifts you up. It's quite uplifting and empowering. I talked about this a lot in the past 2 days. I will not repeat that. So basically, you're in a good stance. Positive stance. When the moon moves to Virgo, things get a little bit kind of more touchy, more sensitive, and more, let's say, more serious. This is when you really need to be careful and quite moving according to strict lines, okay? But everything should be okay if you really mind your own work, your own business. As for Capricorn, definitely things will turn out to be easier and more comforting and quite more flow, you know, easy flowing. But this will happen at 6 p.m. or after 6 p.m. Universal Time. In the meantime, you really need to follow the rules, make sure that you're doing everything right. If there is something really complicated and different and difficult, maybe you can leave it till Friday or even Saturday, because that will be a better timing for you. Okay, so Aquarius, finally, the moon will leave this opposition to your sign. The moon will leave Leo and will move to Virgo. This is when you feel better. This is when you feel more at home, you know, more in sync with yourself. And this will give you more self-confidence, but that will be when the moon moves to Virgo. Maybe you'll catch it if you're living in the Americas. You can catch that around midday, but definitely everybody will have a super beautiful Friday, easier. Okay, but in the meantime, you still have to fine-tune things and stay away from trouble. Everybody will have a beautiful evening and a beautiful night today, Thursday. I'm talking about Capricorns. I'm talking about Aquarians. So let's move now to Pisces. Pisces, there is something that you really need to know, that the moon reaching Virgo at 6 p.m. Universal Time will form an opposition to your sign, and you don't want to be working on difficult, very sensitive issues, complicated issues, tasks, papers, you know. So maybe you should wrap things up before that, or if you want to wait for a better time, maybe Sunday or Monday, things like that, or even Tuesday, Wednesday next. So in the meantime, I'm just giving you the quality of time for you to be prepared. So the moon in Virgo may test your patience. It's not a big deal. But if we're talking about quality of time, of course, the moon in Leo is more cooperative than that time when the moon moves to Virgo. So it's up to you to decide. Wrapping it up with born on the 16th of October. This should be a beautiful year, very creative year, very inventive year, very empowering and uplifting year. It depends if you really want to do something about it. You can stay as you are and have a happy, beautiful year. You can invent, create, and want to move forward. It's also up to you. It's up to you to decide. It is very helpful. It's very uplifting, meaning that good things can happen to you on the social, personal, also probably on the academical level, professional level, definitely. So financial level, things look very promising. Wishing you all the best. See you tomorrow. Enjoy. Bye bye.